everybody, and welcome back to another video. If you don't know who I am, my name is Paige Turner. I am a 16, almost 17-year-old equestrian, and my family owns Golden Leaf Stables, which is where I am right now. If you guys saw my video from last week, I actually took you guys on an afternoon at my barn with me where I rode one of our school horses, and I also rode my top jumper, Wisp. In today's video, I am going to be taking one of my ex-project ponies, and what I mean by that is she was a project pony about 2 years ago when I got her, and now she's a wonderful lesson horse for me. But I'm going to be taking one of my ex-project ponies, Pumpkin, and one of my personal top cross-country horses, Mason, out to Firgrove with me today to kind of just show you guys everything, because Mason's a cross-country horse and Firgrove is perfect for cross-country, so I figured why not take him since I wanted to take Pumpkin out there anyway. And my goal with Pumpkin is kind of just refresh her memory on all of her old training and jumping and things like that. So let's get into it. Okay, you guys, so we're just going to head over to the barn right now. And actually, Pumpkin is in the barn right now, and Mason is out in the pasture. So I'm just walking in to get Pumpkin right now, and I said hi to her as soon as I got there, because Pumpkin's a cute little school pony. She deserves a hi. Then I just carefully walked around her butt. You want to be very careful walking around, make sure they know you're there, and be very careful, because some horses will kick you if you walk behind them. I personally just know Pumpkin wouldn't do that. Then I went ahead and haltered her up. Obviously this is not a perfect halter. This is, a halter with like reins on the end, so kind of like a bitless bridle. I only was using this because we were trailering to Firgrove, and, I like using this when I trailer and I'm going to school better. So then I just gave Pumpkin a quick grooming, because I wanted her to be looking nice, and I made sure she had some water because I noticed that she had drank all of hers in her stall, so I just gave her some water, and then we started walking over to the trailer. So guys, obviously, Pumpkin is literally perfect for loading for me. It's not actually that obvious, but as you can see, she is perfect for loading for me. Not all horses are like this, but I guess that's what you get for having a project pony that you taught everything to. So yeah, I just loaded Pumpkin up and she was an angel for it. And then I am going to go grab Mason from the pasture now. He's out there with a couple of his pasture mates. Him and Wisp actually like trade off going out there along with some other horses, but I mostly trade off him and Wisp going out in that pasture because they are two of my top horses and I just think they deserve it. So now we are just walking over to his pasture, and I'll give you a little background right now. The two horses that live with him, there's a brown and white Trackner paint named, I think, Dalton is his name. Dalton is one of my dad's horses, and then the other one is a brown Hanoverian named Amelia, and it's another one of my dad's horses. My dad has a couple of horses on the barn because he was an I don't know what he did, but he worked with horses a lot, and he wasn't like a jumper or like a Olympian or anything, but like he did stuff with horses, and he still has a couple of horses. So Mason was just standing over by the water and food, so I just haltered him up and then walked him out really quick. If you were wondering, I did have a camera person while I was here and a little bit while I was at Firgrove, but I didn't have a person the whole entire time. so excuse some of the clips looking a little different from others. But anyway, after I haltered Mason and got him out the gate, I swear this horse has a fear of gates for some reason, so let me know if you would want that to turn into a video of me working with some of my horses on their fears. But anyway, after getting him out the gate, I just walked him into the trailer. Again, since Mason is a show horse, he was an angel for trailering for me, so I just put him in the trailer, and then I got everything else loaded up, my helmet and stuff like that, all their tack, and when we were done, we went ahead, closed up the trailer, and went to Firgrove. So I will see you guys when we're in Firgrove. Okay, you guys, so we just got here in Firgrove, just arrived here, and the horses are still in the trailer, but I just came over here and quickly filmed this clip. So basically what my plan is to get them both out of the trailer and then to put them into the little visiting barn right outside, and then one at a time we'll obviously take them out, tack them up, and ride them. My plan with Pumpkin is just to do a little bit flat work on the trail down to the little jumping pen that I want to use, and then just kind of do some flat work and then pop Pumpkin over some jumps, and then we'll just bring her back. And my plan with Mason is to do flat work all the way down and then jump him and do some cross country in the end. So now we're just getting Mason out of the trailer, and I'm putting him in the stall. I gave him the bigger stall because he's the bigger horse. So a little bit of background on Mason, I'll go ahead and give you some. He is a black and white Trackner. He's a black and white Trackner paint. He is one of my top cross-country horses. So I do a lot of my eventing shows that I compete in. I do a lot of those on him. To be specific with you, he is an 8-year-old stallion, and he is a Trackner mix. And his show name is The Moon's Bright Light. So that's a little bit of information on him. Yeah. I bought Mason when he was 6 years old, so about 2 years ago. Yeah, that's that. A little bit of background on Pumpkin. This is Starbucks pumpkin spice, because the famous pumpkin spice latte. I call her Pumpkin a lot, but her real stable name's Folly, but don't mind that, I just like Pumpkin, okay? I actually rescued her from South Hub Farm about 2 years ago, and that's why she was a project pony, because she was a rescue. And yeah, just kind of been working with her ever since, and now she's perfect lesson horse. So now we are just going ahead and getting Folly back out of her stall. That was obviously a lot short of a time, but I did let them sit in their stalls for about half an hour before I took her out, just to get them out of the trailer and let them stretch and put their heads down and drink and eat and stuff like that. Then I just took her out. Excuse me. I just took her out, and Firgrove actually doesn't have any true cross ties, but I just went ahead and tied her up to this post and then gave her a quick groom before putting her saddle pad on. I chose this beautiful coral orange saddle pad. I felt like it went well with her. And then I just used my same black stitched saddle that you saw me use in the past video. And then I used the matching corally orange leg wraps, followed by a black bridle. Then I just mounted her up. And I actually almost forgot to put my helmet on, not gonna lie. But I remembered, and then had my friend Judy that was filming for me grab it. So I literally just turned around and then put it on. So that's fun. Love forgetting your helmet. Oh, putting my helmet on. So much fun. So now it's voiceover time for me and Folly's ride. Okay, you guys, so basically I started this ride by just taking a nice walk out of Firgrove here, because you can't trot and run in the village. Then I started trotting, and she kind of kept stopping and going off trail. She just wasn't she wasn't really listening to me today. So I was just doing a lot of random stuff, but we kind of just kept a trot going down to the riding arena. Not the riding arena, sorry, going down to the Firgrove paddock. So, following that, I just kind of did a couple of trotting clips for you guys because I know you love that. But, that's fun, I guess. So then once we got down to the arena, I didn't canter volley at all on our way down, so I kind of just started with a basic warm-up, doing some trotting circles. Then we started cantering. We cantered both ways. Then I brought her back down to a trot and did some more circles to warm her down a little bit so that she didn't have too much energy for when we started to jump. Then we started jumping. I kind of just circled her before because she was going a little fast. I kind of just did a couple of the jumps. She actually slowed down to a trot after that second jump because she was being weird. Then we did perfect third. We came back and did the second line, which she cleared pretty well. Then I started doing this singular jump over here because it is a pretty wide jump, so there was like a hay bale and like a hay cart that I could jump. So I just jumped that flawlessly and then circled her. So now, cut the voiceover. Okay, you guys, so right now we have just finished our ride with Folly, and we are heading back up to the stables, and I'm going to go ahead and get my lovely star cross-country horse, Mr. Mason, and we are going to bring him down here and do some more jumping because why not? That's fun, so let's do it. Okay, you guys, so we are back at the stables. I am just tacking Mr. Mason up really quickly. I put him in some actual jumping boots because that's kind of what he's used to, I guess. Then I went ahead and mounted up, and we started going down, so cut to the voiceover. Okay, so we are heading down to the same arena that we were just in with Folly. Obviously just we were just walking through the village. And I actually went ahead and trotted and cantered Mason on our way down. Right now we're picking up the trot. I went ahead and did that because he's used to kind of more of this kind of rougher terrain and stuff like that. So just kind of did that. So then we stopped and my camera got really close to us for some reason. But then we just started trotting. I cantered him once we got a little bit closer to the arena. And then that way we could just kind of jump as soon as we got there. And I also ended up taking him on the back cross-country course. But you're not supposed to know that yet. So there we are, just cantering him. We are really close to the arena, which is why I went ahead and did that. So now we're in the arena and we're just going to do a little bit of flat work and then start jumping. So I just did trot for a little bit and with some circles. And then we went ahead and did some cantering, again with some circles. I went ahead and he actually extended into the lead change, which I didn't want from him. But I circled him and got him back on the correct lead without him extending, which is kind of rare with him. Then we just kind of went ahead and made our own route through here because I don't know, we just did. And then we kept the canter and I believe we started jumping. I gave him a little bit of a gallop just because he was being a little bit antsy. So we went ahead and jumped the hay cart first, following that, we just continued cantering around the arena. Excuse the camera work. My camera person was not doing very well at following me, so excuse that, but, Anyway, we just continued jumping around the arena. He actually had a refusal here, as you just saw. I went ahead and took him back around to redo that. He has refused before, but he was just being a little bit weird. He was just having a bad line that today. I mean, he I don't know. He was just being a little bit funky today. So we went ahead and tried it again, and I kept him a little slower. That way he would hopefully do well, and he ended up doing the line perfectly for me. So that's nice. He was doing a little bit of over jumping though, as you may have seen. Then we went ahead and moved back over to this hay bale jump, and I made him really pick it up late so that he really focused and listened. And he actually did it pretty perfectly. Then I just went ahead and did a circle and jumped that back line again that he had been struggling with. And now we're just going to continue to jump around because why in the heck not? I went ahead and was going to bring him up to that jump and then changed my mind just because he had been doing really well this day. So I decided I was going to take him into the back course, which is what you're seeing now. So he's just kind of cantering around. Then we went ahead and did this jumping clip of him jumping. He did really well. Then I took him over to the little wooden things that we passed on our way down to the arena, and I went ahead and had him jump this. He was over jumping, but that's what you get. Then we just went ahead and walked back up to the stables. I just filmed us walking back up to the stables because why not? So you guys, after we walked back up to the barn, I went ahead and untacked and gave Mason a bath. I don't think I mentioned this, but Folly was given a bath by one of the stable hands who took her from me when I got back. Anyways, so I was unable to film giving him a bath or trailering back because my camera person left me. So that's sad. You guys aren't going to get to see that. So blame my camera person, even though you don't know who that is. But anyway, that's pretty much the end of today's video. If you would like to see any other barn vlogs from me in the future, anything like that, or anything like that, be sure to let me know. I would love to hear your feedback and possibly produce them for you in the future, since that's what y'all are requesting. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed, and we're just gonna trailer back to Firgrove now. I'm to Golden now, and I will see you guys in next week's Monday video.